coming onto the field now for this bowl semi-final, the first bowl semi-final today to be contested between the United Arab Emirates and Chinese Taipei. Now referee from Hong Kong, Patrick Kwok. You see the Taiwanese there holding the ball up. I don't know if that's allowed, but as we keep saying, it's good for TV and it's psychological advantage to get out there and take control before the first kickoff. And this should be a competitive match between these sides, relatively well matched. We've got a big UAE team out there, very big across the park, against a smaller, more nubile Chinese Taipei game. Patrick Kwok getting in the road there. Get out of the way, Patrick. And Chinese Taipei hot on attack already. In this heat of Qingdao, it's high noon now in China, and it's very warm down there, very humid. See some good early play from Chinese Taipei here. Wei with the ball. Getting his shirt ripped off by a very large man in a shirt that we have no number for, number 14. Not sure who that is. They've got some very big boys out there. It's going to be a contrasting styles, you would imagine, as the Emiratis finally get their hands on the ball. Let's see if they signal their intentions. Away goes Freddy. Chinese Taipei quick to keep going in this heat. They want to run these bigger lads around. It's hot potato from the Chinese Taipei. No one's wanting to take the ball forward. There's an overlap here, but there's a sweeper's coming across. It's Lin with the ball, and a nice loop around from Chai. And a well-deserved first score for Chinese Taipei here in this bowl semi-final. You must have seen about 30-odd passes in those two movements, and not a single break in play for just over 2 minutes. And already the UAE lads are sucking down some water, and the kick is off the post. Ba-bang. Chen. He's a live wire, this fella. Keep your eye on him. Very influential in yesterday's games. Yesterday, they didn't play till late in the day and got humped by Japan 50-0, and then by China 37-5. Chen was one of the standouts, and as you see the Emiratis come away with it now. Yesterday they went down to Hong Kong 24-0 after an early loss to the Philippines 20-0, so yet to score a try, the UAE, and they'll fancy themselves against this Chinese Taipei team who's had about 100 put on them yesterday and only scored one, so both teams with something to prove here. It's our first set piece of the match after 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, the UAE coming to the tournament looking a completely different team to last year, and playing some good stuff yesterday. So we'll see how they go in the remainder of this game.
Ferry hoofing the ball through from the scrum, and Tien Chen traipsing back to get it. Al-Nubi with the ball, and out wide it goes to Ian Overton, and he finishes that off quite comfortably. So UAE with their first try of the tournament, and they might like a taste for that, and they'll look to score a few more in this match. It's 5-all after 4 minutes. Justin Walsh with the kick from the 5-metre line. He's given that a very good nudge. Looks good. Beautiful kick from the sideline, and that takes them into the lead, 7-5 here in Qingdao. Walsh with the restart, and he's judged that nicely. Taiwanese Chai has let that bounce. It's a bit too risky to take that on the sideline. What's going on here? Wang gets the ball in, doubles round, gets collared by Walsh. And it's a penalty to Chinese Taipei. Away comes the live wire, Chen. And they look very good with the ball out wide. To Chen, another Chen. Cutting back through traffic. Chen gets his hand on the ball again. It's Wang. To Chai. The big men of the UAE doing well to get across there, and there's nothing happening out this side. So Chen takes on the defence. He's got a couple of big men over him, but somehow they get it back. Now they're probing. On goes Chai. To Chang. And this is coming back again. Good technique there from the Chinese Taipei players. And the breakdown there, and no one really sure what to do. So the ref helps them by awarding a penalty.
A bit of a let-off for UAE then. Chinese Taipei showing some great continuity and ball control, but just caught off for holding at the contact area. UAE able to slow themselves down a little bit for these bigger fellas coming through the 15-a-side game in the UAE. As they walk steadily to the line out. UAE looking to secure possession at this set piece with the last play of the first half. So an opportunity here to build on that 2-point lead. Some great straightening by number 11, Christopher Marshall. Quick early ball. There's the big man. Plenty of Bosch in there. I think it's from Ian Overton, although here's Ian Overton, number 12, in possession of the ball. Great straightening up. So some great pace. Early ball building nicely. Last play of the game. Would it be a score? Using that bigger physicality. She just managed to get her hand in. And Chinese Taipei not content to kick it out. Possession straight back, but UAE blowing us apart there, and so that brings the first half to a close. UAE taking a narrow lead into half time. UAE 7, Chinese Taipei 5. So, if you're joining us, Chinese Taipei, UAE, in the just starting the second half of this bowl semi-final on day 2 of the Asian 7 series, round 1 of 2015 here at Qingdao in China. So UAE starting the second half of this bowl semi-final with narrow lead, 7-5. Early possession to UAE, looking to build on that narrow lead. So head and feed just on the Chinese Taipei 10-metre line. Patrick Kwok, Hong Kong referee, awarding an early penalty, giving UAE the opportunity to build an attack. Plenty of space out wide here. Early ball to number 12, Ian Overton. Strong, powerful guy, and should be able to get that ball down. That's a fine score by Ian Overton for UAE in the corner. Lots to do with the conversion, but a well-deserved early try in the second half. Not even a minute into the second half, so UAE extending their lead to 12-5 with a conversion to come. So number 3, Justine Walsh, looking to add the extra points from out on the touchline. Pulling it across the face of the goal, so score remaining UAE 12, Chinese Taipei 5. Minute and a half played the second half. So UAE to kick off through Justine Walsh. Great hanging ball, but taken by Chinese Taipei. Great take. Possession deep in their 22, looking to build and narrow the gap and get back in this game. Oh, some fine pace, some great pace across the face, bit lateral. A nice early ball. Young Chinese Taipei at this tournament. Oh, no. Fortunately, they're being spared. And getting an opportunity through Ian Overton. Early ball, nice offload. Looking to create space out wide. Into the contact area by UAE. Building some nice control. He had Owen again, moving heavily in this game. Show and go. He got the pace, he certainly got the power over the smaller Chinese Taipei guys. And lovely use and support running lines by Chris Marshall on the inside. So Chris Marshall extending the lead under the post, making the extra 2 points a lot easier. Justine Walsh just walking up to add the 2 points and extend the narrow half-time lead to a 14-point gap within the first 3 minutes of the opening of this second half of the bowl semi-final. So UAE taking a healthy lead into the final 3 minutes. 19-5. UAE to kick off. Just having a little bit too much power and pace. The smaller, younger Chinese Taipei team. Certainly a change in selection policy in the UAE has resulted in some bigger, stronger guys being recruited to their 7 squad, and indeed this all was evident on day 1, and now their perseverance and their tenacity yesterday has been rewarded with some fine play in this bowl semi-final, and possibly looking at their first win of this tournament. So a little bit to do in the last 3 minutes. Head and feed to Chinese Taipei, but the stronger, more powerful, heavier pack of UAE managing to push the smaller Chinese Taipei boys off the ball, and then giving primary possession to UAE on the edge of the Chinese Taipei 22 again. Huge contribution from number 12, Ian Overton, during this game. Indeed, again prominent in this contact area. Chinese Taipei now getting frustrated and Vision from Patrick Kwok to award the penalty for illegal play at the contact area. And UAE will slow this down. Time's in their favour as we enter the last 2 minutes of the game. Set play from Mogat Kenny. Kenny Mogat. Lovely little offload inside to Justine Walsh. Tracking it up. Lovely play by Usan. Taking the ball up. Some lovely contribution here. But Chinese Taipei still fighting and holding penalty against UAE on the edge of the Chinese Taipei 22. And again, Messi at the contact area and a quick take and go by UAE. Number 8, Jean Boats. Carrying the ball up. Oh, and a lovely pick and go. A great take and go by Mogat Kenny. Fantastic take and go. He's been lively all game, and what a great reward for his high work rate throughout this game. And certainly now as we enter the final minute of this bowl semi-final, UAE extending their lead. UAE 24, Chinese Taipei 5 with a conversion to come through Justine Walsh. There'll be no hurry for Mr. Walsh to take this kick. Winding it down into the last 30 seconds. We will have a restart from referee Patrick Kwok. But Justine Walsh taking his time on this kick. A particularly good attempt from a reasonable position, but not required at this time. So as we go into the last 10 seconds, we'll have the restart, last play of the game. And UAE's already securing the final spot, the final of the bowl later in the day. Messi again off the kickoff. That's all UAE will need to do now is put this ball out, but they've got a taste for it now and they seem to want to play. They're keeping the ball alive. Lovely inside ball. They're determined to continue playing. The ball could be put out by them now. And indeed, they've given a penalty away at the contact area and given a last-ditch opportunity for Chinese Taipei to finish this game on a high. Quick early ball. Lovely inside pass, showing a little bit of the skills that we've grown to expect from Chinese Taipei, and a lazy winding run. Fantastic run, but UAE determined now not to allow them. Quick recycled ball. And lovely footwork there by number 5 for Chinese Taipei, finishing on a high. Po Wai Hang finishing off a fantastic length of the field movement, but too little, too late, as they say, unfortunately. So as Chinese Taipei had the extra 2 points, UAE progressing to the bowl final later in the day with their first victory of the tournament against against Chinese Taipei. UAE 24, Chinese Taipei 12. Come to the final, the final semi-final bowl match next up, with Singapore playing Thailand.